r/AskReddit. If you could do college over, what would you do different? By Pixels. Get to know my professors more. My husband got to know his professor, who then helped him get an internship at the UN, which then helped him get a kick-ass job in the States. They are amazing resources and, generally, want to help their students. Learn how to study properly, join a study group, and ask for help when I needed it instead of trying to trudge through alone. Take more advantage of the really amazing lectures and seminars my school offered. I definitely applied myself to classes, but there was so much extracurricular academic content I could have taken advantage of. Biology lab was at 7:30 AM. That was too early in the morning to be smelling formaldehyde and dissecting frogs. In hindsight, I would have signed up for biology lab later in the day, even though the time conflicted with other activities I was interested in. Get out of my comfort zone. Go out and make more friends. Go to all the stuff that I was invited to even if I didn't know anyone too well. Hang out with different groups of people. Just overall be more outgoing and open to new experiences. I became that in grad school and it made a world of difference. Also working out. It's hard making up those lost years when you are older. Much easier to lose weight and get fit at ages 18-22. It will sound cheesy, but be myself. Tried so hard to recreate myself in college, and view it as a fresh start. Would have been much more enjoyable if I didn't try so hard to be someone else, and just had fun. Honestly, just do the work and get to know your professors a bit. There's no secret. Looking back, the students who truly excelled weren't all geniuses or anything. They just consistently showed up, did their work, and socialized enough with the professors to be likable and memorable. As it turns out, this formula also leads to success in your career post-university. ITT, people that partied wish they studied, and people that studied wish they partied. People that did both wish they networked more with professors. People that did all three don't comment, and are too busy being successful at life. Take advantage of the non-academic opportunities that presented themselves. All the professors who said don't be a stranger whom I then ignored. All the contacts I let atrophy, contacts that would have been useful early in my career. All the things I skipped because I had to study. Grades are important and you should definitely study. But the difference between a 3.7 and a 3.8 is negligible compared to the effort it takes. And the grades only get your foot in the door. Your connections are what matter. I wouldn't have dragged my relationship from high school into my college years. Not only because it eventually didn't work out, but because it put so many restrictions on my time and activities. Get into the habit of treating it like a full-time job. If I'd consistently dedicated 9 AM to 5 PM Monday through Friday to going to class and studying doing homework, I would have ended up studying way more than I did, plus I would have had more time for guilt-free socializing, partying, and miscellaneous unproductive putzing around. Eat healthier. First year, I literally never set foot in the half of the dining hall where the salad bar and fresh veggies were located, and instead stuffed my face with all the junky fried cheesy sit and always hit the soft serve machine on my way out. After I moved off campus, I lived off of boxed mac and cheese, Campbell's chunky soup, tuna salad, egg salad, hamburger helper, and Cheez-Its. I gained about 40 pounds in college. I would take the challenge and go into finance or accounting for my business admin degree. I did marketing because I thought it was easier / wanted to do marketing. I ended up in actuarial data processing as a business analyst, and the finance or accounting degree would have been more relevant. And now that I am taking classes for my MBA, those classes would have been a big help. Take it more seriously and maybe choose a different major. I would have networked like crazy. I am a pretty introverted person and I always hated trying to schmooze with people. And I always told myself, well, if I have good grades and a good resume then it won't matter who I know for getting a job. I was wrong. So I'd get to know professors, do internships that would open up more doors, join student organizations, etc. Start when I was 22, when I actually knew what I wanted to do with my life. Instead of taking a bunch of generals starting at 17 and ultimately dropping out, with no degree, from lack of direction. Not go to private school for something I can learn far cheaper at a non-private college. Loans from private schools are absurd. They of course don't teach you about student loans when you're in high school, at least mine didn't. I was young and naive and went there because it was appealing. Ask more people out on dates or even just to hook up. I was very studious and worked a job at the same time. Now several years out I realize I'm attractive to the opposite sex. Go to a community college for 2 years then transfer into a 4-year university. Doing it this way has absolutely no effect on your bachelor's degree and saves you thousands of dollars. I wouldn't have gone to college. It was something I did because I was supposed to, not because there was something I had a genuine interest in studying. So much money was spent on tuition and fees that could have been used elsewhere. I made a lot of great friends and got good job opportunities, but so did my cousins who went for trade/blue collar work out of high school. Would have waited a year or 2 before starting. I think that would have helped me mature and adjust more to a totally new setting. I was always a straight A student in high school and graduated in the top 10, and I didn't realize that not all of life is about grades. My first year was full of psychosis, a suicide attempt, and ducking around with people I can barely remember now, and a lot of poor coping mechanisms for dealing with failure and grief. I got myself together after that, but I wish I had waited until I was in a better space mentally and emotionally to start college. Also, even though I really like my career in social work, though I did a double major in anthro and religious studies when I got my bachelor's degree, I would probably pick a math-based major. Even now, I still just kind of want to be a math teacher. If you could do college over, what would you do different? Post it in the comments below. Thank you for watching.